Hello! Good morning, everyone. My name is Cameron. Welcome to my kitchen here in Thailand, and today we are going to be using a juicer to make gazpacho. This is a super simple recipe. It's really delicious. It's a great light summer soup, especially if you have in-season tomatoes. We're using all clean, healthy ingredients. We've got tomatoes, cucumbers, red bell pepper. We're going to be using some celery, and we've also got shallot, lime, and garlic. This goes super great in our juice, offering as well a lot of health benefits. And then if you want to keep it no fiber, we can juice our fresh herbs. Today I've got some Thai basil and cilantro. But you can as well always put fresh herbs on top of your gazpacho, or save some of the bell pepper and put that on top for a little bit of crunch. Another little tip is also adding sunflower seeds and adding that on top of your soup while you're eating, just for that little bit of crunch, and it's super delicious. But today we're going to be juicing, and I've got my juicer here. You can as well do this in a blender, so if you don't have a juicer, still join me. You can make this with a blender, and then you'll just maybe need to add a little bit of water, but you'd add all your ingredients to the blender, a little bit of water, enough to make it blend, and then strain it through a cheesecloth or a nut bag, something like this, to remove the pulp. So this recipe you can do either with a blender or a juicer, but today we will be using the lovely juicer, one of my favorite new kitchen equipment tools, so highly recommend getting one for so many great juices and added health benefits. So hello everybody joining us this morning. We are making a gazpacho. So we're getting ready to get started. We're going to prepare some of our ingredients. Let's get a bowl. And so we're going to start just by preparing our tomatoes with the juicer. We don't need much. I'm just going to half them to help with the process. So as we're going, those of you that are here, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. You can ask them here. I will do my best to answer. And yeah, if you're cooking with me, let me know if anything comes up. How's it going for you? And so we have about anywhere from 1 to 2 kilos of tomatoes. If you've got some summer fresh garden tomatoes, this is perfect, especially as it's coming in season. Then you're going to be getting amazing flavor as well as extra nutrition. Alright, so now we've got our bowl of cut tomatoes. Yum. Our herbs we'll do last. We'll do 2 celery stalks, so anywhere from 2 to 3 celeries. I just like to cut just a little bit of the end off. 2 big celery stalks. And for juicing them, we just need to cut a little bit smaller pieces, and then it's okay. I've got 3 cucumbers. Again, I'll just cut the ends, cut them in halves or fourths, just smaller pieces to go into the machine. So this is a super easy, quick meal idea. As you can see, it takes no time at all for us to prepare our ingredients. The juicing will not take long at all, and then it's automatically ready to serve. You can chill it in the fridge or store it for a day or 2. You can see our ingredients are piling up here. We've now got our tomatoes, our celery, and cucumber. Let's move on to a bell pepper, using anywhere from half to a whole bell pepper. Normally I would save half and use the other half, like cutting it into small pieces, dicing it, and then adding it for a little bit of crunch on top of the soup. But today I think I will use the whole bell pepper. And also juice the greens, sometimes the fresh herbs as well, I like to put on top. But I think today I'm feeling to juice all of it, and then if I want to add maybe sunflower seeds or maybe chop some cucumber on top, I could do this. But I think today let's juice everything and have fun with it. So as you can see too, everything is very experimental. I recommend channeling your own inner chef, getting creative, and making this a recipe that you love. So if there's any ingredients that you don't want to add or don't have access to, then leave those out. Maybe replace them with something else. Just getting creative, using ingredients to your area, and playing around with it. So I'm going to do 2 garlic cloves. We've got a shallot, so you can use a shallot or part of a red onion. Just removing the skin, the outside layer, and then we'll juice that. And 1 lime. You can do 1 or 2 limes. Maybe we'll do 2 today, play around with that. So I'm upping my garlic and my lime this morning, as well as doing 1 whole red bell pepper instead of half. So again, it's just playing around and finding the flavors you want, and always adding a little bit of salt and pepper in there for a nice gazpacho, and a little bit of added flavor to the freshness. So I'm going to grab 1 more lime, and then we will get started juicing. All right, so we are ready. We've got our huge bowl here of all of our vegetables for our summer gazpacho. We've got tomatoes, red bell pepper, celery, cucumber, limes, shallot, onion, everything super delicious. So many great veggies, fresh. It's going to make a great gazpacho. So if everybody has their veggies pre-cut and ready to go, we will start juicing. So here, this machine will automatically separate the pulp and the liquid. This is super useful. Otherwise, get your blenders ready, put all the ingredients in the blender, and mix this. Maybe add a little water if necessary, just to get everything blended and broken down. And then if you're doing in the blender, strain it through a cheesecloth or a strainer or something to separate the liquid. So let's get started. And we're just going to sift everything in. Our garlic cloves. You can use some of the bigger vegetables to help press down, getting everything blended. It's super simple and quick. We're just sieving everything through. some of our tomatoes. And we'll prepare some of our fresh herbs. For the cilantro, I will just cut the stems off, the roots off, and sieve everything through, even with the stems. Just continuing to feed it. And here I've got the Thai basil, and for this I'm going to remove the leaves from the stems. I don't necessarily like to juice the thick stems. It's a bit bitter. Some of the smaller ones are okay. If some of the pulp is not straining down, you can always reverse if the machine has the option for reversing. Using a spoon, helping to remove some of the pulp, straining it through. Multitasking here. Alright, we're almost done. This is the last of our veggies. And the final bit of our Thai basil. So sometimes you can see as it's a little bit thicker, this is why we have the strainer here. Just using a spoon, stirring a little bit just to help the liquid move through, and then you can dump the pulp here with the other waste. If we have any questions so far, let me know. It's pretty simple, easy, especially if you're not multitasking and chatting and talking while you're doing it. It's simple just to feed the juicer, strain everything, have it all go pretty smooth. Simple and quick 10-minute meal here. We've got one more batch in here. Let's see, we'll find a jar. Pouring some of our soup, our gazpacho. Alright, let's get the last one. Never stick a spoon in while it's blending. This is a very useful tip. Looks like everything's gone through. We've finished all of our vegetables. So now we've got our gazpacho. We're just finishing this last batch, sieving it through, removing any of the excess pulp. And you can see we've already got one jar, so this is probably about 2 servings of gazpacho. So great for meal prep. Make a big batch, have one for lunch today, keep it in the fridge, have for lunch tomorrow. As well, you can make for your family or to share. And if you like your gazpacho a little bit thicker, you could as well save this pulp. It's the same thing. So if you're juicing and really not wanting to activate the digestive system, you just juice and drink and it's prepared. If you want to add some crunch for it or keep in some of this pulp, you can do this as well. Just whatever you're looking for the benefit of all of these nutrients. Alright, so here's our juice. We have any questions so far? If anybody's making their gazpacho, let me know. I love this meal, especially during the summer when it's really hot. It's something light and fresh, yet filling and super delicious. So you feel good, you feel light. It's not so heavy or you don't feel so sluggish after, so it's really a great summer meal. And you can use fresh summer tomatoes. These are the best. So as they're coming in season, definitely be making this recipe. And always tag me in your creations. I want to know how it turns out. Alright, so here we have our gazpacho. I like to blend a little bit just because the order of ingredients, make sure that it's all, the flavors are mixed. So just going back and forth a little bit. If you're a lover of like a tomato juice, like a V8 veggie juice, this is also similar as well. It's just a great summer gazpacho veggie blend. Alright, so here we have our gazpacho. We'll jar it up. One more jar. So as you can see, we've made 1.5. So this is probably great for like 2 portions. Again, you can adjust it with adding more cucumbers, more celery, more tomatoes as you feel, and adding salt and pepper if you want, adding a little bit of crunch, putting it in a bowl with a spoon or just as a juice. Yum. That's perfect. Such a good gazpacho. It doesn't even need salt and pepper if you don't want, or the crunch. It's just so refreshing to sip. It tastes amazing. Cheers everybody with this gazpacho. I hope you will try this recipe. It's really delicious. You're getting so many great nutrients here. straight vegetables, healing powers, mind, body, spirit connection, and yeah, I think you'll really like this one. So make it, tag me, let me know how it turns out. And I hope you'll join next week for more of our live cooking demos, helping boost culinary confidence, reconnecting to your body, fueling your mind, and reconnecting to earth and spirit with all the Root to Rise recipes. So subscribe to the website. The link is in my profile bio, or roottorise.online. Subscribe to the website, and every 2 weeks you'll get a newsletter with updates of when I'm going live, the recipe descriptions, ingredients you'll need, new recipes, holistic health hacks, and all kinds of great information, discounts, upcoming fasts, so much more. So subscribe to the website and get the newsletter. There's one going out Monday, so subscribe before Monday and you'll know the upcoming live demos and what we'll be making, what's on the menu. So check that out, subscribe before Monday, and I will see you next week for some more live demos. So I hope you enjoyed. Cheers with your gazpacho, and have a beautiful, beautiful day or evening wherever you are. And if you ever have any questions or comments, just send me a DM, or my email contact is on the Root to Rise website. And I'm happy to assist you and support you along your own wellness journey. So everybody, thank you so much. Namaste.